Oh, hello. I'm Rachel Padilla. I'm an artist. Today I am live streaming from my living room. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about a video that I posted earlier this week. It was a time lapse of a painting I completed called The Giantess. It had a amazing and surprising amount of success, and I just wanted to say wow and thank you. Last I checked, it was over 1,400 views, I think. So that's really incredible for a small artist like myself. I've been on YouTube several months now, and I've never seen any kind of response like that before. It's amazing, and I couldn't be happier about it. And that leads me to what the intention and the inspiration was behind that painting. Hello, how are you? Thanks for coming. Thank you. I just got a congratulations in the comments, and yeah, it's really thrilling. Thank you. I that means a lot to me. Thank you very much, and thank you for coming to the live stream. So my intention with Pencil. My intention with that painting was kind of to depict what it's like. For me as an artist, I put a lot of my heart and soul into a painting, and to suddenly be able to share with a large amount of people my work, it's just basically laying my soul bare. It's, like I said, I put a lot of heart and thought and feeling into my paintings, so when they're viewed and they're received well, it's really meaningful. And I appreciate the response and the support that I've gotten. So The Giantess was a realization that my work is suddenly being seen from a great distance. People across the oceans are seeing my work. People around the world I'm receiving responses from. And I wanted to do a painting to kind of commemorate that, how that feels to suddenly feel visible from great distances. And that's why as you see that reclining nude that's kind of in this ambiguous space. Is it a couch? Is it a mountain? Either way, she's comfortable with her bareness, and that's not a vulnerable position for the giantess to be in. She's just laying across what could be a big, beautiful landscape. And that was the inspiration. And hello, thanks for being here, guys. I was just talking about the painting, The Giantess, and its incredible success. Just in the first couple of days of its release, I'm so excited that so many people are able to see it, and there's so much support and appreciation for my work and what I do. And if any of you have any questions, I kind of am in a position where I can answer things, and I'm able to see my phone clearly as I live stream today, which isn't always the case. Like sometimes when I go out. Oh, thank you. All the way from Greece. Wow. That's awesome. See, there it is again. People across the world seeing that giantess and taking on that, how I, as an artist, kind of have to take on that persona of being very visible. How do I get such huge canvases? In the past, I've actually built a lot of my own canvases for that particular piece. That was a pre-bought canvas, and it was purchased at just a local craft store. There's a wide array of sizes available, but if you're not able to get a canvas in the size that you want, then you purchase the stretcher bars and you stretch your own canvas, which is a lot like upholstery in just stretching the canvas out. Painting lifelike water is very hard. What do you think? Yeah, it certainly can be. I haven't painted a lot of water. I know I did some water in the plein air painting I did a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, it can be difficult. I missed that last question, I'm sorry, and the comments don't stay on my screen, so you'll have to forgive me. But yeah, water can be difficult, and attaining that translucent quality of water with the murkiness beneath and the light above is very difficult. So thank you all for being here. Like I said, I'm trying to catch up on comments and everything, but my main thrust of this conversation was just wanting to talk about, laying myself bare in both spirit and artwork, and being able to suddenly be seen from great distances. Do I paint forests? I have. Primarily, like the work that I do in studio and really spend a lot of hours on is figurative. I recently spent some time painting magnolia trees, just because they were so impressive and beautiful and amazing that I couldn't resist painting them. So just as a study, I painted the magnolia trees and the magnolia blossoms. Hi, Chrissy. How are you? I was just talking about the Giantess painting and kind of the motivation behind that. How does it feel when you show your body on videos like that? Well, it isn't my body. As a young artist, I remember the first time that I went to a life drawing class, and my first nude model. The model came in a robe. She was told basically what position to take on for the purpose of studying and drawing studies from her in front of a classroom full of people. And I had this moment of shock, like, oh my gosh, here's this model and she doesn't have any clothes on. And it was very brief, very fleeting. And then I got down to the work of learning how to draw the human form. And that was, I don't know, some 20 years ago, probably. But I remember that moment. And as far as doing studies of my own body, using myself as a model, once I've painted it and once it becomes something else, it is outside of me. It is a study of a giantess or, some mood, some emotion or idea that I'm trying to convey. It is certainly part of me as my art, but it's a representation of me. It's not me. Thank you. Yes, the human body at any age is beautiful, and it's essential, I think, in fine art to understand how the body moves. If you are doing any kind of figurative work, you have to study from a live form. That's how we understand movement and motion and weight distribution and muscles and bones, how it all comes together. Iron Man, maybe. But that was a really great question. Thank you for asking that. I appreciate that. And I look forward to more. I knew coming into Friday that how do you top that when you put something out on YouTube and it does amazingly well? Like, what do you follow up with? So I had some footage that I was putting together, and I just thought, nah, I've really got to talk about this. I missed that comment. I'm sorry. And I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I just figured with all of the comments and the feedback that I'd gotten about the Giantess time-lapse painting that the best way to follow it up would be to talk about it and share my thoughts and feelings and motivation behind it. But if there aren't any other questions, I think that I've pretty much said what I needed to say. And I thank you all for tuning in today, and for those of you that have watched the Giantess time-lapse painting, thank you so much. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate your support. And thanks a lot, guys. It's been a really amazing week. Which artist do you draw inspiration from? Oh, there are so many. And thank you for that. My work is inspiring. I hope to inspire. I hope to motivate. I hope to stir something within people with my art. That's what motivates me. It's to share the collective human experience. Even though I work a lot from myself, that's because I find human beings, human nature, really fascinating. And all of the range of emotions and experiences that we go through, that's what I want to convey through my art with a shared experience. And I hope to inspire and reach people that way. But as far as art inspirations, I love Dali. I love, yeah, it has a lot of views. I love surrealism. I've always had very vivid, colorful dreams, very weird dreams my whole life, and that type of art has always appealed to me. I don't see it a lot in my work. My work is really a lot more literal. I was also, oh, my dog is sleeping, he's having dreams. I was also inspired early on by the folk art of northern New Mexico. The Spaniards settled throughout northern New Mexico and created their own kind of self-made folk art for religious purposes. A lot of Catholic imagery, but it was somewhat primitive and very personal and heartfelt, and you can see that personality and personal nature of the religious folk art of northern New Mexico. And the people that were making it were using whatever they could. Northern New Mexico has always been very isolated, and they didn't have oil paints, they didn't have canvases, they used what they had, which was pigment from the earth and pieces of wood, and that's what some of these 400-year-old altar pieces are made from. I find that nature of using what you have very inspiring. Dali. I really love Van Gogh, or Van Gogh. But there's so many, and I'll probably think of 5 more as soon as the stream stops. But hi, Dina. I had started to wrap up, and then I got on a little rant again. But yeah, thank you guys for the support. I'm thrilled with the people that I've met through chats and through comments on your work and on my work, and it's been really amazing, really fun. What a week. Wow, did that video get a lot of views, and I hope to bring you more time lapses as I continue to work. I always kind of struggle with where to place the camera because I have a tendency to really get into my paintings when I do them and kind of block the camera view. But I will keep trying because that was such a success in seeing that. Thank you, Gabsy. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for coming, and we'll see what I get up to next week. Thanks a lot for being here. Bye.